Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Network merchandise shop. Pick up your logo merchandise by heading over to abvnetwork.com, clicking on shop, and start filling your basket today. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers a fully customizable carrying case that allows you to take your favorite distilled spirits or cocktail ingredients with you. Whether you're looking for something for yourself, a customized gift, or logoed items for your business gift shop, the Bar to Go can help. Check them out at thebar2go.com. That's the number 2 in the Bar to Go. Don't forget our friends at Neely Family Distillery now ship their unique distilled spirits directly to you. To order yours, simply call 859-394-3258. Tell them the ABV Network sent you. And now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we continue our Getting to Know the ABV Network Saturday series, where I interview Steve about something new happening at the ABV Network. Today, we're focusing on our Vimeo channel. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley.
Hey, McNew, what's up?
Hey, not much.
That's good. So yeah, we're going to be talking about Vimeo and the idea of a channel and what we've got already, and then what we want to do with it. So McNew will be interviewing me about that. But before we get to all that, McNew, what do you want to talk about? You said there's something you wanted to say.
Yeah, so we're in December and I've already decorated, got everything going on. Do you ever just like take a weekend night or a weeknight and just binge watch Christmas movies? Like, do you ever just do like a Christmas movie night?
Oh yeah. To me, there's a list of movies that I have to watch every holiday season. Christmas Vacation and Elf, and there's this whole list of movies that I just love. And you never get in April you never want to watch those, but in December, heck yeah, I want to see those. So yes, there's a lot of Christmas movies that I enjoy watching for sure. Yeah. And it's like we have to get through all those. So yes, there'll be nights where I just watch it.
It's almost stressful where it's like it's my 1 month of the year that I can watch these movies and be happy about it. Like you gotta squeeze them all in.
Oh yeah. I like Christmas Story. What were some of your favorites?
I loved The Christmas Story as a kid because my mom liked it, but I feel like a lot of people my age weren't aware of A Christmas Story until now. Like it had like a resurgence almost where everybody's like,
I would think that it would be because it happens in Indiana. You would really love
you think people would know more about it. Yeah. But
right.
I think it's got like a new life for some reason when millennials got older. We all love it. That and Elf, Christmas Vacation, like that was shot before I was born, but it was just been like part of my life growing up every year. and it doesn't change. Like some movies don't age well. This one did. Like still every year got to watch that.
It's still relevant. Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I watched that. I'm trying to think what else to watch. Well, I like The Grinch with Jim Carrey and
of course the cartoon Grinch.
Oh, of course. That's a classic. That's in the top I guess I don't know, it's not a cartoon, but it's a stop animation. The Rudolph, those are like two of the classic kid ones that I like.
So I don't like Rudolph because I don't like the noise his nose makes.
Oh, no. That's supposed to be annoying, right?
I think it's terrible. So last year, Chris and I, it was one of the dumbest ideas I've had in a long time, but he was here for it. There was a animation thing on TV, like a marathon. Yeah. So I was like, I made a list of words. I was like, if they say snow or Santa or Rudolph or reindeer, we have to take a shot. So we went through like 2 bottles of tequila that day.
Oh,
I was like, geez. Oh my God. I think we got through 2 of the cartoons before we were like, we're done.
Wow.
One of my worst ideas ever, but
yeah, that's turning it into a drinking.
I was like, I had no idea how many times those words would actually be in there. There was a lot.
It was a lot, right? Yeah. And what about the movie Elf? Do you like that one?
I love Elf, but my husband hates it because he doesn't like Will Ferrell, and I didn't know that until I married him. So it probably would have been a
I wonder why he doesn't like Will Ferrell. I think Will Ferrell.
He just thinks he's obnoxious. He's like, there's no point. He just runs and screams and acts like an idiot. And I'm like, yeah, that's why we love him. That's why he's great.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, I love Elf too. It's like, it's a new classic, right? Like it just goes right in there. Like after Christmas vacation, it's like, oh, it's Elf time.
Yeah.
But,
so, yeah, very cool. All right. Well, guess what, McNew? It is time to drink. What are you drinking there today?
Have some Weller 107. And it actually has a cork, but there's not much left in the bottle. So.
Okay. Basie, good. It was solid. I got Kentucky Spirit, Fantail bottle, cork pop. Oh, I would say they're both good. Yeah, both good. Yours had the bigger base, mine more of a tenor, I guess. I don't know. I'd say you got it though, McNew. I'm gonna concede to you on that.
All right. Well, cheers, Steve.
Cheers. All right, we'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, it's Vimeo time. We're going to talk about our new channel and what we got going on. Talk to you in a few. Hello, this is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, and I'm excited to announce a brand new partnership with Leatherwood Distillery in Pleasant View, Tennessee. Many of you have perhaps heard of Leatherwood via our co-host on the Bourbon Daily, Kaylee Baker, who works there. Well, they're now an official sponsor of the network, and we look forward to everyone getting to know a little bit more about them. Company founder Andrew Lang brought his brewing and distilling hobby with him during his years of service as a Green Beret in the United States Army. Whether he was at his home base of Fort Campbell or during tours of duty in places like Italy or Afghanistan, Lang distilled whatever was available to him locally. We are excited about getting to know Andrew Lang and his team better via our programming and are planning a trip down there for the ABV Network crew very soon. In the meantime, check them out at leatherwooddistillery.com, where they will ship bottles directly to you, including their special Remembering 9/11 series, which is raising money for military charities. Seriously, get out there, buy some bottles, help a good cause, and let us know what you think. We're really excited about this partnership. Hello, this is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, and let's talk for a moment about our sponsors, the people that make this show happen. First up is our friends at Moonshine University. In 2017, I completed my Executive Bourbon Steward certification at their office in Louisville. The information I learned through lead instructor Colin Blake and their team there is something that I continue to draw upon frequently in my role at the ABV Network. It truly is the standard of establishing a benchmark of knowledge of the bourbon industry. From history to production to brands and people, it's all there. Check out their full listing of programs, including Executive Bourbon Steward certification, production classes if you're considering starting a distillery, and much more at moonshineuniversity.com. I also want to talk about Neely Family Distillery. Back in May of 2018, I met Royce Neely at Limestone Branch's Craft Bourbon Festival. It ended up not only being the start of a great friendship, I started to truly learn about what makes craft whiskey so amazing. You see, I had been a bourbon drinker for over 30 years at that point, and like many people who had been drinking bourbon a long time, I was hard-coded into thinking big bourbon was where it was at and craft was on a journey to get there. Spending time with Royce and learning the things he does to make his whiskey taste better started to really get me to appreciate how things like sweet mashing, open top fermentation, pot distillation, and the grains you are using not only makes your product taste better coming off the still, but also out of the barrel as well. I still love heritage brands and they make up a bulk of my collection. But when you find a craft distiller that is truly dedicated to the craft of distilling, you are drinking some of the best whiskey out there on the market today. That's exactly what's happening at Neely Family Distillery today. Check them out on the web at neelyfamilydistillery.com, or better yet, stop by and see them at their distillery in Sparta, Kentucky. And now, back to the show.
Scott Pinkowski loves the Bourbon Daily.
But can I have a kiss?
No. That doesn't work.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're talking about our Vimeo channel.
Yes, we are. So, the idea of having a channel is a pretty cool one. And we want to provide a lot of content and really to preserve the history of bourbon. So it should be cool. So what questions do you have about Vimeo?
Yeah, so I do have questions, and I feel like I'm a bad millennial. So tell me what Vimeo actually is. I know it's a platform to watch movies, to watch TV, to watch videos. but I'm not actually super familiar with it at all.
Yeah, so it's a place where you can create content and put it out there unregulated. So in reality, our home was scheduled to be Amazon, where we would just put all of our stuff on Amazon. And they used to be like Vimeo is now, where you can just decide what you want to put out there, and as long as it's not pornographic or something, which our stuff certainly is not, as long as it's within the guidelines of social decorum, you can put out there whatever you like. And we tried to put our Bourbon Reminiscing TV show on Amazon, and it got rejected as a TV show.
What? Really? I wonder.
Yeah, I have no idea why. They don't tell you why.
Huh.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
we decided, well, we need to get a home for this stuff because there's a lot of things that we want to do. And, we looked at Vimeo, and Vimeo is this platform, which is kind of cool. You can create your own channel where you can put out the content that you want, where it's all bunched together and it's easy to find. If you search for us, which we're Bourbon Sasquatch on there. So if you search for Bourbon Sasquatch, all of our Vimeo stuff comes up, and it allows us to put in a bunch of different mediums. And then you can decide too how you want it. You can do like, Bourbon Reminiscing, which is an episodic thing. You can charge by the episode, which we do, or you can bundle it and charge by the season, so you can offer different options, which is kind of cool. And yeah, it's just a platform that allows you the creativity. There's also even on like Apple TV, there's a Vimeo channel. And you can pull content through your Apple TV then too, which is kind of nice.
That
so
is cool.
it's an easy interface for watching the content that you get, because you can pull it. Not every, people who are tech savvy are like, I can watch anything on it. Well, not everybody is as tech savvy as you then, my friend. So some of us, struggle with, okay, it's on my computer. How do I get that onto the TV?
Yeah,
so they make it simple.
Yeah. So it's subscription based then, right? So do you get followers, or is it just like, hey, another person subscribed and you don't necessarily interact with them here?
It is subscription based. You don't necessarily interact with folks there, but you can follow the content creators that you like. But when we say subscription based, it's not like you pay a monthly fee, though I think you can. I think they have that option where you can subscribe and then get all of the content. But for the most part, we've opted where our stuff is available priced individually. So you're not just, maybe when we get to where we've got a lot of content, that would make some sense. But right now we don't have that much content. We've got a couple documentaries, and then Bourbon Reminiscing, but we're working on more stuff. But, down the road, it could be, we have so much content that a subscription monthly fee would be, the way to go. But right now it's all individually priced.
Yeah. So you mentioned Bourbon Reminiscing, which is the first project that was out there, and I was part of it, and it was super fun to watch everybody being filmed. How's the reception been for that? Yeah,
that's been really good. So yeah, people like that. So it's if you don't know what it is, you hadn't heard about it when it came out, it's again episodic. So there's 8 different episodes, and we had people are in either groups of 2 or 3 where they weigh in on pop culture type of thing. So it might be, talk about Farrah Fawcett, and then each of the groups is asked about that, and then kind of the best of the responses are pulled out, and then you get to hear people weighing in on those topics, which is really fun. And it's all about reminiscing. It's about things from our childhood, or somebody younger like you, McNew, might have been before you were born, but what's your take on it? What do you know about it from what you either experienced yourself or heard about through your parents? So it's cool. Yeah,
so I liked it too, because some of the guests like knew each other well, right, through the network or just through the industry, and some people might not have really known each other at all. So it was cool to see people interact, because you talk about something from the past and people just like instantly connect, especially over bourbon too. So I thought it was such a cool concept. Yeah,
it's really good. As we talk about this time of the year, you got family together and stuff like that. It's not kid friendly, but it's also not horrible either. I mean, it's I don't think we've got anything in there that
I think it's it's nothing that's going to be offensive to a kid, but they'll probably be like, I'm bored, and get up and go play. Like they're not
exactly. Yeah. No different. I would say, our standards for that particular show are no different than you'd see on the Discovery Channel or anything like that. Again, you might see something that offends you individually,
show or something like. Kids find it.
And of course, some people are just offended. Not people who are listening to this, though. I don't think some people are certainly just offended by drinking, and we do drink on that show. I mean, that's part
we are not for you.
right. So so that's part of it too. But,
what future projects might we see on Vimeo?
So we've got 2 that we are working hard on right now. One is, and then we've got a couple projects that need to get finished that have already been shot. And then, so Bo's working on, the Neely family distillery documentary. That's all done. He's working on finishing that out. We got a documentary with an old moonshiner. He's got to finish that. And we got one too, where we did with Jim Rutledge, about a 2-hour interview with him that is going to be a great thing. So that stuff will be coming. And then the new projects that we're working on, as we drop this, we'll probably be in the middle of filming this. We're shooting the pilot. We're right before we shoot the pilot here, but it's being shot October 23rd at Neely Family Distillery. McNew, you'll be there that day.
I will be there that day.
Around. So if you stick around after the book signing that's happening that day, we're going to be starting on this pilot that'll be shot there. So that's going to be kind of cool. It stars Bo Cumberland. First time for him in front of the camera, other than on Bourbon Reminiscing, but this is he'll be the star of the show, and he's going to go to different distilleries and other companies that are bourbon related. Could be like a bourbon chocolate place or stuff like that. And he's going to spend some time learning about what they do. He's going to spend some time immersing himself in what they do, and then he's going to spend some time tasting, what they put together.
This is going to be like almost like a Dirty Jobs, but bourbon. Like, I love this.
Kind of like that, yeah. So kind of that type of theme. So yeah, Bo's going to be doing that, which will be cool. And that'll be, I don't know when it's going to be out yet. We don't have any sort of date. We're fully involved in filming, and then editing goes on and all that. So that's coming soon. And then we're also working on a documentary. So it's a dream project. Haven't set a date, but it'll be filmed in one weekend. And it's I guess I shouldn't say, because we haven't got the approval for who it's going to be on, but it's a figure from the world of bourbon that's lesser known, let's say that, but should be better known. And this is the kind of stuff we want to do. This will probably be a shorter documentary. I would think about, 30 to 45 minutes. But it'll be on this person's life, and it will talk to the people that knew this individual. And that's the kind of stuff we want to start doing.
I love that.
Yeah. Interesting. That's the kind of stuff we want to start doing is getting that sort of info on. So we hope to start doing these on a pretty regular basis. And again, building up that content. It's all about, having that content out there. And then, then I think over time we'll have a nice picture of the bourbon industry. Again, as we do documentaries on people, we talk to the people that knew them. And again, to me, the important thing is generations down the road, we've got this, and it's captured, and people that want to know more about someone from bourbon, even if you're a generation or two removed from that individual being alive, you still can see people that knew that person. So it's cool.
It's very cool.
Any other questions?
No, that wraps it up. It kind of explains what Vimeo is and how to find us. They just search for Bourbon Sasquatch, and
yep. Yeah. And I'm also, as a bonus too, again, and this isn't done yet as we record this, I'm going to put on our front page of the ABV Network, I'm going to put some screenshots of the individual projects, and send you that way if you want to, where you can click on them and then go to and see those projects on Vimeo. So it'll make it real easy to find it from our home base, which a lot of people start there. So that'll be a good thing. All right. Well, we'll wrap this show up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. McNew, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
I am on Instagram at McNew ABV.
All right. For me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website. That thing's abvnetwork.com. Check it out, because everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more. abvnetwork.com. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I'd like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review that includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
All right. Great job today, McNew. And of course, for our audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. And next week, we'll be back one more time in our Getting to Know the ABV Network series, where we talk about our Apple subscription podcast. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Peace. Before we finish the show, let's chat for a moment about Moonshine Still Pro. Moonshine Still Pro has a full line of products to help the home distiller. Whether you just want to experiment on a small scale on the stove in your kitchen, or try your hand at a bigger setup in the backyard, Moonshine Still Pro can help. They have different still offerings, as well as accessories and even grains from Goldstone Mill to help you make whiskey on par with what you get from your favorite distillery. They can even assist with a DIY still project by supplying some of the parts you can't make yourself. Check them out at moonshinestillpro.com. At the ABV Network, we're lucky enough to have some great friends. Amongst those friends is the Goldstein family, owners of Goldstone Mill. Goldstone Mill is a full-service mill offering a variety of heritage and heirloom grains. Their unique approach of working with mills around the country allows them to offer you affordable shipping opportunities to meet the unique needs of your distillery or brewery. They will consult with you to ensure the grains you are selecting meets the unique flavor profiles you are looking for. If you are a home brewer or distiller and you're looking for the grains that your local distillery or brewery uses, Goldstone Mill is the place to look. Check them out on the web at goldstonemill.com, call them at 217-254-6613, or shoot them an email at hello@goldstonemill.com.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.